Welcome to the Care Sis podcast with me, Ki, and Kiki.
Join two friends for a conversation around self-care in real life. We'll talk about anything on the spectrum from bubble baths to setting boundaries to managing friendships and more.
As your sisters, we also just want to provide a weekly check-in. You know, like big sis asking little sis, sis, you good? So come on in, sis. Let's talk about how we can take better care of ourselves.
Hey, Ki, how are you, sis?
What up, friend?
You're a little under the weather.
Indeed.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I look cute.
You do. Got your lashes on and everything. Got your earrings on.
Repping my shirt for Black History Month. This was Target's either last year or the year before Black History collection. It's got the super women of our ancestry. And by the way, shout out to that one chick that's on Instagram, or she's all over TikTok or whatever. She's been doing the roll call for Black History Month. Dying. Just dying.
Shabuya. Shabuya. Shabuya roll call.
So she's done like Rosa Parks and girl. And every time when she mocks these women, they always like ready to fight. Shout out to her.
I had to like dig back through her catalog of videos, and I was dying because she also has a string of videos of her and SpongeBob like in a relationship, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
I was like, why am I still on this lady's page? Like, I just. But she's funny. I like her. I had to follow her on TikTok and on Instagram.
How do you determine who do you follow on what platform?
A lot of times I follow people on both because if I'm on one, I want to see the same thing that's on the other one. I don't want to stop my flow. But it depends. I don't know. TikTok is really random. My Instagram is kind of curated to what I want to see as it pertains to wellness and, you know, comedy. But TikTok is literally random.
Yeah. My TikTok is a newer account and I'm not on there half as much. So I feel like I see the same things. But
right.
I think mine is the opposite. I think TikTok is more funny to me. Instagram, I'm an activist. Like I see all the things about wellness and what makes me mad.
Right. I see a lot of my wellness stuff on Instagram, and TikTok is more of my comedy zone.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of comedy on Instagram, but I don't show it as much.
Yeah, I don't.
And I still haven't gotten the courage to like dip into the TikTok streets because those people they savage over there, and I'm not ready for that.
Okay. I have a friend. She's like, excuse me. Oh my God, it's so fun on TikTok because you know it's free and whatever. I'll be like, they rude on TikTok. Anytime you make a little comment on TikTok, somebody always coming for you. They're bringing that energy onto Instagram, and it's annoying.
Right.
Like this girl, she said to me the other day, it was okay. So one of the chicks that I follow on Instagram, it's not the bougie banker, but she's one of those banker people that tells you like all these tax tips and, you know, all these money moves and whatever. Right. Anyway, Vivian, your rich BFF. That's what it is. And so Vivian was on there talking about, like large parties and, she was talking about setting boundaries when it comes to trying to maintain your budget when you go out to dinner with a group of friends and how, you know, you need to state right up front, hey, I'm trying to watch my budget. I'm only going to be paying for my meal, right? Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of people in the comments talking about, that makes you look cheap. And I'm thinking, who cares about looking cheap? But anyway.
I'm so tired of that conversation. Go ahead.
A server, former server here, a server was like, fuck all of that. Please put it on one check and y'all work this out outside the restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, say it for servers everywhere. Well, my agreement with this comment has sparked conversation amongst people who are coming from me. Not everybody has it like you, or we could just do that and da-da-da. What? I said, on behalf of servers, I like this idea. Then this other chick said, well, what about when your friends stiff you on the bill? And I was like, get better friends. And she was like, you don't even know me. Why would you tell me to get new friends? And I was like, no, because she was like what happened to my brother? She was like what happened to my brother? What if somebody sticks you on the bill? Da, 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 da. And I was like, get better friends. That was my comment, get better friends. She came back at me, was like, you don't know me. Why would you be telling me to get better friends? And I was like,
girl, I can't. Mm-mm.
I was like, no, I don't know you. I don't care who you're talking about. If your friends are stiffing you with the bill, you need to get better ones. That goes for you. That goes for your brother. That goes for Michelle Obama. Like, just, I don't care. And she was like, your comment was vague. And so, girl, context clues. Context clues. You were talking about your brother. So what would give me the...
Ain't no context clues in text, girl. Ain't no...
Like, why would I then come talk about your friends when you were talking about your brother? It's like we're losing the art of conversation.
We've already lost it. We're in a text generation. All the texts that go in and out, it's nothing but misunderstandings most of the time. And then if you don't know that person, like you don't know their mannerisms, you don't know their sarcasm, it can go left real quick.
I had said for 2023 that I wasn't going to be arguing with people on Facebook. I should have said I wasn't going to be arguing with people on Facebook and Instagram or social media, period.
Yeah. But that's the reason why I do not want to venture into TikTok yet.
Yeah.
Y'all not about to have me over here fussing with y'all. Because, one wrong word and everybody's going to be on your ass. And
I like the social aspect of social media, right? And so I like commenting on the pages and commenting on the posts, but I don't necessarily want to do the back and forth with nobody, because for what, right? But I've been trying to stay away from the back and forth, but people keep coming at me and I'll be like, I just agreed with the server chick. Listen, servers don't want to deal with all that. And somebody actually came out and was like, oh, that's what's wrong with this country now. We got to make the job easier for servers. And I was like,
I get the perspective of the server, but I also get the perspective of everybody ain't came with like $300 worth of money for a meal. But
I just think that in those kind of situations, like, be a friend, right? So Vivian, the original poster, her thing was, you got that one best friend who wants to ball out at dinner and get the $300 steak, and you were looking at the $20 chicken sandwich. And then they expect everybody to like pitch in, like pay equally, or cover her steak. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fucked up. And she'll need to go out. I have certain groups of friends that when we go out, it's nothing. Split the bill down the middle, or split the bill 3 ways, or whatever, right? I have a group of those friends. And then I am also the girl that's going to take cash. So my bill was $40. I'm put like $45 on the table, covered, because that's gratuity plus my bill. And then I might leave a couple singles on the side, but I'm also that person. So I don't really get into too many of these arguments because I'll pull out cash quick.
See, that's my problem. I don't carry cash. So either I'm going to have to cash app you or send you something on one of them sharing apps. I don't mind doing that, but I also want to make sure I'm not putting somebody in an awkward position where we're not able to cover the bill at one time.
Yeah, and I do believe in having one person cover the bill, but it kind of depends on what the bill is, right? Mm-hmm. If it's $100. Okay, one person covered the bill, maybe even $150. But when you start looking at these $300 bills or whatever, be like, friend, hold on.
And I think that's what I go to when I think about these conversations is like these big ass bills that people rack up, especially when you have that one person that's like got 9,000 drinks and you got like one, and then they want to try to split down the middle or either split it evenly. No, ma'am, no, sir. I only came here to get 2 drinks and you got 10. So, yeah.
And then it depends it depends on, like, you got to be a friend because, like, you have to be a friend to your friends because even if there's a day where I had a hard fucking night or I had a hard fucking week or whatever, right? And I do need my 10 drinks, but my homegirl only got one because she the DD or whatever. Mm-hmm. And sure, but that just means the next time, like, if we split down the middle, fine. But then that means the next time, like, it's your turn to get the 10 drinks and I'm going to get the one and we'll still split it down the middle. So, I mean, I'm a real friend, so I don't have too many of these situations.
Yeah. I don't really have these I guess because we don't be going out like that, getting these big expensive meals all the time. But like I said, if you like you said, you know, you got to be a friend sometimes, and just I will do it just to shut everybody up. But like, just give me the money and you pay it back. I mean, you pay it back to me. I'll go ahead and pay this. And it, like you said, it just depends on the amount. But it's a very nuanced conversation, and people just take stuff and run with it, unfortunately. So, anyway, I do hope you feel better, sis. This week has been, and I was talking to you about this earlier. Like, I've been trying to switch over my website, just trying to get some behind the scenes stuff done, and it has not been pretty, y'all. It is not. And I thought I would have some things done this week, and I do not have it done. So, this is where we are. I have a course that I want to put out there. It's ready, but just a question of where it's going to be at. Somebody get me a consultant that charges like $10 an hour. That's a joke. I'm not going to do that to anybody. But yeah, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have this thing up and running. Just like we're going to have this Day of Rest sales page up and running.
We'll have a couple of weeks on that one though, friend. We got to get that one out. Got to get the people these tickets.
Okay. Ki says she's going to do it for y'all.
Okay.
All right. So the last time we talked, because we've been gone for a couple weeks, y'all. Technical issues. We still dealing with some things. But the last time we talked, we just kind of eased our way back into this podcast thing, and then we got knocked down by technology. But we back again. We back. So we just did a little catch-up episode and caught up on what was going on in the world. We got more stuff to talk about. So shall we go into our next segment, sis? For the culture, 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 we're gonna get into some topics. All right. So I'm gonna say this. We're not gonna get into the details of it, but you know, Beyonce announced her tour. And the thing about that, the thing that was funny about that was, you know, people were posting, they were like, y'all didn't have money for eggs last week, and now y'all trying to get Beyonce tickets. And I was on the floor.
I was one of those people that said that. I was like, y'all didn't complain to the death about not having money for eggs last week.
Right.
Eggs is $9 a carton, and they like time they posted it went up. But this week, y'all are willing to go balls out for Beyonce.
for Beyonce tickets. Y'all enjoy the show though. I'm not going, but y'all enjoy the show.
So I might go. I've decided. Because talking to some friends that have been to previous Beyonce shows, they're pricey, but not as pricey as people are trying to portray them to be. People are saying that they're $2,000 and they're $600 for nosebleed seats. The truth is, the tickets haven't even gone on sale yet.
Right.
Beyonce has learned from something that happened with Taylor Swift recently. Not a Taylor Swift fan, so I don't know. But I do remember there was a hullabub about Ticketmaster and something. So what happens is you have to sign up to, you don't have to, I'm pretty sure, because Ticketmaster ain't finna turn away nobody's money. But you sign up to learn when the tickets are going on sale. And so, like, for example, I want to go to the Charlotte show. Tickets don't even go on sale till like February 28th. So they're selling the tickets in staggering, like per the show or per the event. And she does like some weekends she'll spend like the weekend in one city. So like LA, I know she's gonna be there 2 days or something like that. Home, Maryland, she's going to FedEx Field. And PS, she's going to like football fields here in the US. I don't know what she's doing in Europe, but in the US she's going to like football fields. So if your town don't have a football field, prepare to travel. So she'll be at FedEx Field for 2 days in August. It's August. It's August. She's gonna be in my neck of the woods for 2 days. But again, them tickets aren't even on sale yet. So everybody like, oh, they cost this much. That's not true. But somebody's like, yeah, I paid $100 to be on the floor. I'm not an on the floor girl because I'm too short for that shit, and that requires me to be there on time. And anyway, so I'll be looking for some seats. But if I can get some seats for like 100, a little over 100, well, because Ticketmaster, if it's 100, it's going to be 150 after all their fees. But yeah, if I can get a ticket for like $100, I'm going to go. If I don't, she'll have a residency in Vegas at some point.
Yeah, that'll probably be towards the end of her career. She'll probably like, I don't want to do nothing else, so.
I don't care. I'll have seen her.
Well, I hope you get your ticket, friend. I really do.
And if I don't, I'm okay. Like, Beyonce, don't get me wrong. I think this woman deserves all the flowers. But I'm not dying to see her in concert.
Right.
There's not very many people I'm dying to see in concert, period. So me going all the way out of my way for Beyonce is not going to happen. Not going all the way out of a budget. No. There's things that I want to do with my life outside of see Beyonce. So I just no. Like I don't think there's any entertainer right now on earth that I am dying to go see. Want to? Absolutely. I mean, y'all, I love me a good concert. I could spend my whole summer at concerts. But if it's going, but that's my thing. Like I like going to concerts. But if I gotta spend $8,000 to go to one, I ain't gonna go.
No.
I was tripping over J. Cole tickets. I did. I felt that they were too damn expensive. But the benefit to J. Cole is you get to see. It's like 10 acts a day, at least. So you get to see like 30 acts for. I think the tickets that I chose were like $600, as opposed to $600 for one person. Do you see how the math ain't mathing? But also, J. Cole needs to stop tripping. Don't do this again, Jay. What's his real name? I don't remember. But don't do it again.
Jermaine.
Come on down on them prices. But you know what? Once you try it, once the people do it, then you just keep going.
No, I was saying that I know Lil Wayne has a concert at the Ritz in Raleigh, and I was like,
the Ritz.
I was like, I was like, I can't go to that. The last time I went to the Ritz, I went to see Chrisette Michele, and I had heels on, and I'm short, so I can't see. If I don't have heels on, I'm not wearing heels to a standing room only concert again, and I can't see. So there's no reason for me to waste my money on a ticket, because like you said, you're gonna have to get there early, and I'm just gonna be in a crowd of people that's taller than me, and I feel like that's a waste of money. So y'all enjoy. I'm gonna be jealous, but y'all enjoy.
Yeah, I've given up the standing room only days. Like, if my favorite artist goes to a standing room only venue, just know I'll be there.
And that was the same thing with Jasmine Sullivan. I want to see Jasmine Sullivan, but every venue she had was standing room only, and I was like, no.
The last time Wale came to Raleigh, I really wanted to go see him. Love Wale, y'all. It was at the Ritz.
Nope. So, all right. Next on our list is just talking a little bit about the Tyre Nichols case or murder. I have still not seen the video, and I don't care to. But we know that there were 5 officers that basically killed this guy, and they were charged with 2nd-degree murder, 2 counts of official misconduct, 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, 1 count of official oppression, and 1 count of aggravated assault. But there are also 2 other officers that were involved, and one they didn't reveal until later, who happened to be a white officer named Preston Hemphill. And then now there's a 7th officer that's also been relieved of duty in relation to this case. So that's 7 people that killed 1 person. And I was just like, why did it take so long for the 6th person to be revealed? She's like, yeah, I don't understand that, but we know how things work in this country. Most of the time when something like this happens, all the officers are put on paid administrative leave, and it takes forever for any charges to be brought against them. But in this case, and it's not making it right at all, but these 5 black officers were charged fairly quickly. I don't even know if he's been charged or not, the other one. He's just been relieved of duty. So that's how things work in this country, and it's really, really frustrating. Like I said, it doesn't make it right that they beat this man to death. But the fact that it took 5 black people for something to get done really quickly tells a lot about what this country stands for. And just a little bit about Tyre Nichols. At the time of his death, he was like 150 pounds because he was also dealing with Crohn's disease. So, like, if he's 150 pounds, what was he going to do to 7 people? I don't understand that, but maybe it's something that I'm missing, but I don't see that as a terrible threat. But he was also an aspiring photographer. How sad. How sad. And a father.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he call out for his mother too? Mm-hmm. This is what I heard because I did not watch the video. I do not care to watch it. So I just wanted to touch on that. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family, his friends. It's just ridiculous that this keeps happening. Not that we're surprised, but here we are in 2023. At the top of 2023 at that. Dealing with this again. Anything you want to add? She was like, I don't want to talk about this at all.
No, like, I haven't had much to say about this case, period, and I still will continue to say the few things that I've said. As an activist, many activists for years now go back to Rodney King, have been saying that police departments are corrupt. It's a systemic thing. It is not a bad apples thing. It is not a one person, a one-off thing. The system is messed up, right? Mm-hmm. I believe more than anything in the one-off good cops than I do believe. And I'm not saying that cops in general, as people, they're not bad. I'll say that because I know some fine, fabulous, wonderful people that are cops. But I will say that our police industrial complex is fucked up. And we've been saying that for years. And the fact that these were 5 Black men that did it doesn't absolve anything. The system is messed up. And then it's even more so biased towards people of color. That is shown in the fact that this swift justice has happened. What you don't see is the other side of the aisle with their "we stand and back the blue," and I ain't seen none of that. Nope. I follow a cop on all the social medias because he's funny as hell. And, he came out and he's a white cop. He came out and said that this was a travesty, blah, 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 blah. And the comments were interesting because you can tell people who were also fellow police Leos and all that other stuff. Everyone agreed that this was bad. So everyone can see that this is bad. What I didn't see, what you see is common in all the other issues when it's black on white. I'm sorry, white on black. We back the blue, and they shouldn't have resisted, and da 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 da.
Right. There's nothing. Crickets.
None of that. Crickets. There was one person that said, I haven't heard anything about this. Is this because it doesn't fit the narrative of white cops killing Black people? That almost had me go back to what I said I wasn't going to do, was engage in dumb people on social media. So I did it. Actually, I lied. Yes, I did. I was like, turn on the TV. That's all I said was turn on the TV, because clearly it's everywhere. Right. Yeah. I don't have anything to say. I think that we need the Department of Justice. Now, I will say the Department of Justice has done a wonderful job as of late. Kudos to the Department of Justice. Like, they're the ones that came down to, like, when Breonna Taylor, when the state of Tennessee wasn't going to do anything involving her case, the Department of Justice says, I got it. Got it. They came in, and I mean, them people were convicted so quick. It's just like, how they find evidence that y'all, anyway. Right. So kudos to the Department of Justice, but I think at this point, this is probably the biggest example of the fact that we need to go through all these police departments and just do some overhaul. Like,
right.
And you know who can kiss all of my ass? All of it? That guy Wilcox, Joe, I don't even remember his name, but the one that came for single Black mothers and blamed them for this travesty.
What? Okay, I'm going to have to go look that up after this episode because I have no idea what that is. Or you can send it to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So it is Black History Month. And for this month, we're just going to be kind of highlighting things that have gone on this week in Black history. So a little quick overview. So, on February 5th, Herbie Hancock, who is a jazz pianist, he played the first movement of Mozart's Piano Concert Number 26 in D major, and he was only 11 years old. On February 5th, 1990, Barack Obama became the first black man named president of the Harvard Law Review.
That's a big deal.
It is. On February 6th, 1867, Robert Tanner Jackson becomes the first African American Black person to receive a degree in dentistry. And also on February 6th in 1820, the first organized immigration of freed slaves to Africa departed from New York. So the Mayflower of Liberia set sail to Freetown, Sierra Leone in West Africa. And a year later, the American Colonization Society founded the colony of Liberia, and it became a homeland to the free U.S. slaves.
That is a very interesting fact.
Why was it interesting?
Oh, I've never known that, like, I never knew about that. And that's a very interesting...
Either.
Huh?
I said I didn't either.
Yeah.
But I thought
it's
it was
a very interesting take because you always hear about, the slave trade from Africa to the United States, but there was actually, this isn't slaves or trade, but like, people going back to Africa, like, that's pretty cool.
Right.
There was a whole colony. I can't imagine. Like, now I want to read up on the colony itself. Like, post 1820, I want to see what it was like for them to have to having had endured the trauma of coming over in the slave trip, being slaves here, now getting to return. It wasn't their home. I don't know that we have a lot of slaves that actually came from Liberia, or what is modern day Liberia. But I'm sorry, Sierra Leone. I don't know about that. But anyway, no, like Liberia. Whatever. I realize that that's what Liberia means, is liberate. So that is just interesting.
It's a cool fact. If you dive into it, you'll have to let me know what you find.
Oh, yeah.
So, on February 7th, 1926, Carter G. Woodson initiated the first celebration of Negro History Week, which, of course, led to Black History Month.
Shout out to Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
And on February 7th, 1974, Grenada achieved their independence from Great Britain. On February 8th, Oprah became the first Black woman to host a nationally syndicated talk show. And also on February 8th in 1986, Debbie Thomas becomes the first Black woman to win a national figure skating title. So she had the title of the U.S. National Figure Skating Championship in women's singles.
I really think I watched that.
You think you did?
Mm-hmm. I was I like the girl sports in the Olympics, so.
On February 9th, 1971, Leroy Satchel Paige was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And also on February 9th, 1965, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. met with President Johnson to discuss voting rights.
And we still here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are. On February 10th, 1964, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 by a vote of 290 to 130. And this was only after 12 days of debate and voting on 125 amendments. That sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds like our current Speaker of the House situation.
Right. And then finally on February 11th, 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from a South African prison after being detained for 27 years as a political prisoner. And also on February 11th in 1976, Clifford Alexander Jr. was confirmed as the first Black Secretary of the United States Army. So those are the things that went on in Black history this week. Like this actual week, y'all. Just wanted to bring y'all some facts other than what we, what is being shown mostly for this month, but hopefully y'all learned something, because we did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, let's talk about love, shall we?
In my head, music Soul Child's Love is playing.
Love.
Not that one.
Which one?
The one where he spells out love.
He spells out love? In what song? I might have to look that up. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what that song is.
Let's just talk about love. This is Black History Month, and it's also the month that Valentine's Day falls on. So we will just be diving into love and intimacy this month. And we want people to know that love comes in various forms. So it's more than just romantic love between two people. Today we are focusing on the 8 different types of love according to the Greeks, which is interesting that we chose this way. But yeah, according to the Greeks, the nasty.
You said the nasties.
And by Greeks, we mean like, Greek civilization, even Greek mythology, but those Greeks, not like anybody else.
So,
the Greeks that was making and was touching each other and stuff all in their art and,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first type of love is Eros Love, which is also known as passionate love or erotic love. So, this love is all about attraction, passion, and romance. And you can think about all of the emotions you feel at the beginning of a relationship. So, those giddy feelings, those just the new love feeling, I guess, is what we're talking about. So the Greeks looked at this love as kind of dangerous because it involves a loss of control. So Eros love, erotic love, you think about sexual feelings. So I think a loss of control when it comes to that, because we have a natural desire to procreate. And these feelings lead to not only romantic, but sexual feelings. So, if you don't know how to control that, can also lead to misusing it or abusing it. And that can lead to impulsive acts or broken hearts. So, people out here just humping everything they want to hump.
Now, this is when this type of love is what you consider when people be like, oh, we fell in love, or love hit me when I least expected it. Like that type of, and it's funny because it's always referred to with violent terms. I fell in love. Love hit me. Cupid love, like that type of thing. Like that's what you think of when you think of passionate eros or erotic love. You think about that, the uncontrollable. I don't know. I just love him. Like those. That's what you think of when you think of that love.
It's interesting you said that though. Like it's always a violent way to think of love, like falling, and then you think of Cupid and the arrow. Like he's literally. Right, he's literally hitting you in the ass with the arrow. We might need to change our way of thinking when it comes to that, y'all.
So the next one is Philia. I think I'm saying that right. But it's deep friendship or affectionate love. Greek civilization valued this over Eros love because it was love between equals. Platonic love that develops over a long-lasting friendship. It involves those people you can confide in and trust in them and respect them. And the cool thing, or I don't want to say it's cool, but the thing about this is like you tend to grieve it when you lose the relationship. Yeah, you tend to grieve it when you lose the relationship.
So tell your friends, y'all. Tell them you love them. Tell them how much they mean to you. They always had that saying where it was like, tell your friends you love them, make it weird. I mean, I do, but tell y'all friends how you feel. The next love is storge, or familial love. So this is the love between family members or close friends from childhood. This differs from philia because it's reinforced by blood or early memories of familiarity. Familiarity. And this love is compassionate, protective, and it's rooted in memories. But it can become an obstacle when our family doesn't align with or support our journey. So I thought about that too. Like, that was my only hiccup with this, was like, yes, we experience familial love, but what about the people whose families aren't close, or they have other issues that prevent them from having a good relationship? So that last line kind of brought it all home for me. So it becomes an obstacle when you don't align with what your family represents, or they don't align with what you represent. So
the next is Ludus or playful love. This love has a bit of Eros in it. This love is about being flirty and fun. Thinking about laughing, teasing, and having giddy feelings around the other person. So for me, this is like the beginning of a relationship love. Like, oh my God, I just love him. Or, oh my God, I like him so much. This is what I think. It's often childlike. This love can be lost in long-term relationships, but it's important to keep your love alive, exciting, and interesting. So yes, this is the honeymoon phase, as people say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. The next is mania or obsessive love. So we think of this as like the toxic love relationships, those codependent relationships. Usually in this type of love, there's an imbalance of affection. So I thought about, like unrequited love, where one person loves that person, the other one doesn't.
Christiana Blueface.
And it can be a result of just low self-esteem. Yeah, that Blueface thing. That's a whole. Say what?
I just gave a perfect example.
Yeah, you did. I don't know how to describe their relationship, honestly. It's just very. Okay.
Oh, Pragma or enduring love, that's next. May also be translated as practical love. This love is about duty, commitment, and practicality. This is the love you think of when you see long-standing relationships or partnerships. These couples have been together for a long time and find a way to make things work over time. This love takes years to build. It takes effort from both parties involved. Eros can develop into pragma. So I think of pragma or enduring love. I think of there's a buzz now when it comes to love and relationships. Love is a verb. Love is an action, or love is a choice. Love is something that you continue to choose. That's when I think of pragma or enduring love. If you make the choice to continue to love and show affection and respect and so on, whatever other words you want to use towards your partner, to me, that's the pragma or enduring.
Right. They also had a bit in there about how these arranged marriages kind of fall into that category because they have to endure through it. Like it's not really their choice, but they have to.
No, it's the choice to be in love. Like, so going back to Eros Love, right? Remember, you fall in love, and you fall in love, I think, with someone that you choose, right? But regardless whether this person was chosen for you or you choose them as the person, once you make the decision to love that person, Then we get into enduring love.
Right.
So I get it.
It's kind of what
All
everyone
I know is
wants.
better choose to endure me.
I think that's what everyone wants to work towards now, but it's really hard in this society when everyone is for themselves and they don't really want to compromise and do what it takes to actually let their love endure the test of time. But another conversation for another day, right? Mm-hmm. The next is, I think it's Philautia Love or self-love. So we think about, say what?
Self-love.
So we think about self-love and self-compassion. This relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves, and it's very important. It needs to be nurtured like any other relationship that we have. We need to maintain a good level of confidence, self-esteem, and both which affect how we interact with others. So self-care helps us with this type of love. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? This is what we talk about all the time, right? This is what this podcast is about, is self-care. Because you cannot share what you do not have. So if you don't have love for yourself, you can't show love to other people. The more love that we have for ourselves, the more we can love others.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, we beat this into your head every week. Every week. And we're going to continue to do so.
Why we started the Dirty Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The last one is agape or selfless love. It's an unconditional love bigger than ourselves, a boundless compassion, and infinite empathy. Agape love is that is felt for which we intuitively know as the divine truth, the love that accepts, forgives, and believes for our greater good. It's pure, compassionate love for everyone, universal loving kindness, love for all living things without question, unconditional, and love associated with saintly figures or activists. I was going to say, like, you hear about agape love in church all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's most commonly described as the love that God has for everybody. Therefore, it's the love that we should have for everyone else.
Right.
If your thing.
Say that again.
I said, if that's your thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so those are the 8 types of love, y'all. According to the Greeks. So, moving on to our self-care in real life segment. Which type of love were you not familiar with before we did this? You want to go first, or?
I have learned of these different words, and some of them, the definitions were slightly different, but none of these are a surprise to me. But this is a favorite topic of mine, so.
I think the only one that I wasn't quite familiar with, and maybe it's just the names of it, because I knew some of the Greek names, but I didn't know a lot of them. But the Philautia, which is self-love, I didn't know that was a name for it. Of course, we talk about it all the time. But, and then definitely Mania, because I didn't even consider that as a type of love. I mean, it is, but it's like just one-sided, very imbalanced. So, to me, that's not like the picture of love, but it is a type of love. So I get it.
You don't watch clearly enough Greek mythology. Let me try that sentence again. You clearly don't watch enough Greek mythology. There you go.
For the Mania? No, I don't watch it. I mean, I haven't really studied Greek mythology since high school probably.
Them people are crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah.
And then, which type of love can you work on? I'll go first. Definitely, probably familial love. And I'm not saying with my immediate family. Probably some of the not distant, I don't want to say distant, but like extended family, I guess. I could reach out a lot more than I do. I feel like my friendships I value a lot, so it's not something that I need to work on. It's something that I need to continue to maintain. And of course, self-love. That's an ongoing project for myself. Is continuing to bring awareness to how I make choices, how I live, how it's helping me, and how I can, better take care of myself. Just because that's like one of my ultimate goals in life is to show the love that I have for myself to other people.
That's sweet. You answering did not help.
You thought you were going to take my answer and be like, oh, yeah.
No, I thought it was going to make mine any clearer, and it didn't.
I mean, we technically can work on all of them, but I didn't know if anything stood out to you in the moment.
No. I don't have an Eros Love, so sure, I can work on that.
Listen, that would be so wonderful. Get the Eros mixed with a little bit of what is it? Ludus. Eros and Ludus. That would be really fun. Really fun.
It would be. Mm-hmm. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on those.
Is there anything else you wanted to add about any of these? Any thoughts?
No.
All right, so that was it. We just wanted to kind of bring to y'all the different types of love so that, when next week comes and we talk about Valentine's Day, y'all don't feel like you left out of the equation if you're not in a romantic relationship. There's different types of love, and you can also work on your self-love and your friendships. That's why we got stuff like Valentine's Day, stuff that you can do with your friends, stuff you can do with your romantic partners. It's just a day about love. So these are the types of loves that you can explore on that day. Or the whole
you can
month.
ignore Valentine's Day because it's a Hallmark holiday that's made up.
True. Very true. But, people still be getting in their feelings. I ain't gonna lie,
Valentine's Day is the one day that my partner, I'm not going to hold him to. It's a holiday that I'm not going to hold him to. Now, I have two thoughts, right? I'm not going to hold you to it, but if you at least don't recognize it, we're going to fight. Because you can't escape Valentine's Day. Like, you just can't. It is everywhere. Literally, you walk into CVS, Walmart, hell, even the grocery stores, and they got it right there in the front, set up for. I'm determined, and sorry, I'm going to say this like this, but I'm determined this is for the men folk who kind of like, I don't know what to get. They make it so simple for you nowadays. There's cards, there's flowers, there's candy right next to each other. So there's no way to escape Valentine's Day. So I feel like my partner, if he doesn't acknowledge it, and I mean, literally, you can give me a card. Or literally, bring me some of them conversation hearts because I really like those.
Just bring me some chocolates. Some good chocolates, not the assorteds.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I'm okay with Ferrero Rochers. The little heart with the different Ferrero. That was my favorite, y'all. But I like the conversation hearts too.
I think, like you said, you can forget Valentine's Day, but we have to remember that love is shown all year round. So if they ain't showing you love other than this day, then
don't
you're gonna have a problem anyway. Yeah, you're gonna have a problem anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I'm not one of those girls that be like, I need the dinner and I need. I don't need all that. I'd rather you do it February 13th, February 17th. But February 14th, if you come at me with all this stuff, I'm going to be like, bruh. But do come with.
I think that just depends on your own communication with your partner. So, like, if that's what you want, just communicate it to them.
And this year, Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday. Get some tacos, boo.
You know what? That's a good choice. Taco Tuesday. Get some tacos. Look, put a little box of those hearts in front of it for you.
Okay.
You know, tacos, like, you know, the weight of my heart, friend. You know the weight of my heart.
Listen, it's too easy this year. It's too easy.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't my focus of the whole episode. It was just basically introducing the different types of love, because I don't want people to forget that you have to love the people around you. Like, not just your significant other. Don't get into a relationship and forget your friends.
Right. Or I need people to recognize that friendships take nurturing as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. In friendships, like enduring friendships, the word that we use today, or we learned today, enduring friendships require, or they're going to have peaks and valleys, in the sense that there's going to be time where friend A is busier than friend B. Right. Or there's going to be a time where friend A has to be there for friend B, has to be more of an emotional comfort for friend B more. Mm-hmm. But a true friendship, it's supposed to be able to equally switch. Other than that, like, it's a little one-sided, maybe seasonal, maybe not for you. But I need people to recognize that friendships need nurturing too. Because, like, I had a friend, he wrote on Facebook, he's been so busy lately that he hasn't seen his friends, right? Mm-hmm. And this was a man. And here come the first comment. This other dude said, yeah, but your real friend will recognize that you out here hustling. That's such a hard thing to say when lately all we get is hashtags and rest in pieces and stuff like that. Nah, like, right. As your friend, I don't want the last time we hung out was 3 years ago because you was so busy on your grind. Like, if you don't take some time out and we go to dinner, shoot the shit, go bowling, whatever, like, your friendships need nurturing too. So if I want people or anyone to take anything away from that today, this month.
Yeah. Friend dates are important, y'all.
Friend dates are important.
Friend dates. It doesn't have to be called a friend date, but just, like, go somewhere, spend some time with your friends. Talk to them. I mean, I know we be sending memes all day, sending videos all day, back and forth.
That is not.
Pick up the phone and talk to them. Ask them how they're doing, even if it is through a text. Listen to them, you know.
And there's too many people out here dealing with depression of a different sort, and, you know, it's too many people unaliving themselves. Go check on these people. Stop letting your friends, and here's another thing, you know, be that good friend that actually doesn't let your friend make excuses. So if y'all plan a girls' night or a guys' night and they keep missing, show up, because, you know, that's a sign of depression too. If they're missing, stuff like that, show up. Hey friend, you didn't cancel 3 weekends in a row. What's the way?
That's true. I think we avoid all that because most of the time when we have our friend dates, it's a concert, so we're obligated to go because we don't pay for it. Like, you got to show up unless it's a really, really important emergency.
Yeah. But hey, that works for you and your friend group.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I want to remind you guys of 2 events. One, I will be one of the hosts of a Galentine's event in Spring Lake, North Carolina. This episode comes out Tuesday. Then, yes, this Saturday. So this Saturday, I will be hosting or helping host a Galentine's event at the Enclave Stress and Recovery Center in Spring Lake, North Carolina. It's a Galentine's event. We're going to be taking care of ourselves physically, spiritually, mentally. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get some yoga. You're going to get some meditation. You're going to get, we're going to make our own fragrance thingies. I don't know if they're going to be bath bombs or what, But I'm not a DIY, so I'm a DIY girl, so I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. And there's gonna be wine and snacks. I'm also excited about that. So come out. If you're looking for tickets, they're $25, and they are on enclavestressandrecovery.com. So that's where you find the tickets. That's first. And then next month, in March 12th, as a matter of fact, that's our next day of rest. Woo! And yes, once again, we're going to be taking care of you spiritually, mentally, physically, all of them. We're going to help take care of you. And I am proud to say we also going to be helping you take care of your passionate love. Yeah.
Eros Love.
Yeah. So y'all going to need to go. Like these tickets right here. Y'all get the tickets, and you're going to want to be one of the first people to buy tickets, because we got door prizes, or we have prizes, right? We have prizes for our first few people that sign up. So you're going to want to make sure that you get tickets to this event so you can get your early bird prize, as well as everybody's going home with a swag bag with a little something in it. You know, your girl's out here looking out for you. It's going to be a really, really good time. But that's March 12th. So, yeah. Come through. That's it.
Okay. All right. So, that's it. That's all we got for y'all. Y'all know what to do. Tell a friend to come and listen to this podcast. Take care, sis. We're here to help you take better care of yourselves. Put it in your group chats. Share it to your social medias. All of those things. Like, comment, subscribe, share. All the things. And rate and review. Because we ain't off that train yet. Rate and review. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. 5 stars, please. You can just say, hey, I like listening to Ki and Kiki. Or you can say, I just like to hear them go back and forth. Or you can say, I'm just here. You didn't even say that. I'm just here. The last time we tried to get them to say, we just said, hey. But just say, I'm just here. 5 stars.
Hey, it's fine.
Hey. But that's it. Always remember to pour into yourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I think that's it. Yeah. I was in a daze, honestly. So, Ki, I want you to take care of yourself this week. Get better so you can go back out in the streets.
I'm scared of the streets right now, but yep. Yes, you take care of yourself, friend.
Thank you, friend. I will try.
All right,
y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye. Deuces.